Throughout the day, I get 3 types of spasms. One spasm is called clonus, which is basically a repetitive motion, and I can normally start that by myself. Just lift up right here and bounce it, and you can see that went down, but then sometimes it'll keep bouncing like that. Another kind of spasm I get in my chair is whenever my leg is like this and it extends out and it stiffens up and starts shaking, and then it'll slowly work its way back down like that. One way to stop clonus like this is to push down here on the knee. Or you can lift up if that doesn't work. The last kind of spasm I get is whenever I'm in bed, laying flat on my back, and one or both of my legs will jump up and my knees will come toward my waist or chest, and I go to one side or the other. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys what muscle spasms are. You guys have probably experienced them. I'm going to tell you how you can try and prevent them or reduce them, and some other things, so stay tuned and check out this video. Hopefully it'll help you out. So this here on the right is a section of the spinal cord, and as you can see on the left, it's actually the bottom of the spinal cord, but basically it's the same throughout the whole spinal cord. So the top 8 vertebrae are your cervical vertebrae, and anyone that injure those are considered quadriplegics like myself, and it affects all 4 limbs. Below that are 12 thoracic vertebrae, so that's kind of your upper and mid back. And below that is 5 lumbar vertebrae, so that's your lower back. And then you have 5 sacrum vertebrae, and lastly you have a coccyx, which is a tailbone. So on the right you see a model of the portion of the spine, and it's actually the lower part of the spine, but basically this keeps repeating all the way up the spine. On the right you can see the vertebrae, and the yellow pieces there are the nerves. On the top left you see the spine joints, and basically what happens is a joint will get swollen and the ligaments will swell up, and that will cause pressure on the spinal nerves, sending a signal to the muscle that the nerve goes to. This results in a spasm. So what your body needs is electrolytes, which you can actually get from Gatorade whenever you're exercising or playing any sports or anything. And your body actually needs sodium, which most people think that salt is bad for you. But if you've ever tasted your sweat, it's actually pretty salty. So what you could do is put salt on your food every once in a while or whatever, and you also need potassium. And lastly, you need magnesium, which you can get from spinach. So one way to try and reduce spasms or help prevent them is to eat bananas, potatoes, prune juice, dried fruits, oranges, brown rice, avocados, spinach, like I said, seafood, almonds, oats, and kale. Another way to reduce spasms, which I personally believe is the best way and the easiest way to prevent spasms, is doing stretches. Stretch your legs every day, at least in the morning, because after you've been laying down in bed all night sleeping, your legs haven't moved, and you've probably had spasms in your legs over the night. They could have waked you up. So if you go ahead and just exercise those legs, that'll really help out. And then I would also recommend doing leg stretches at night. It shouldn't take any longer than maybe 5 minutes at the most. And I got a video that you can click on or down in the description. I actually do my leg stretches all by myself. Another way that you can reduce spasms is taking a medication called baclofen. And what this does is basically a muscle relaxer, so that way your muscles will be relaxed and they're less likely to tense up. This here is only 10 milligrams of baclofen, which is a very low dosage, and I only take it 2 times a day, 8 in the morning and 8 at night. I used to take about 20 milligrams 4 times a day. Now I'm taking 10 milligrams 2 times a day. And I eventually want to get off of this, but it just takes some time. ITB, or intrathecal baclofen therapy, consists of delivering a fluid of baclofen into the spinal fluid, and you basically use this device called a baclofen pump. Most people that have really, really bad spasms or are on a high dosage of baclofen, they normally have this, and they normally implant it into your body, and basically you just got to fill up that pump every so often, I believe, and it just pumps the baclofen liquid into your spinal cord. This will allow the baclofen to get into your body a lot quicker than taking pills. It's kind of like a shot. Whenever you get a shot, it gets into your body a lot quicker than the pill.